Hi everyone, I'm here today with Debbie Miller to interview her on her outlook and experience of drug overdose. So what is your experience and background?
I have, my son passed away 2 years ago in 2016. Heroin and fentanyl mixture, a fatal mixture, took his life. He had been fighting addiction for about, now that we know, probably a good 8 years. And, it finally progressed to the heroin and the mixtures that they're doing now, mixing fentanyl and lots of different drugs. He did not know that it had the fentanyl in it, but that is what took his life, sadly.
How are you active with drug abuse, and what have you done to get it out there and awareness?
I'm basically just trying to educate on the medications and trying to educate and break the stigma that people have, kids doing drugs and becoming addicted, because a lot of people think that it's not a disease. Addiction is definitely a disease. There is research-based and proven to be a disease. And just trying to educate, I think, even starting with young kids and even in middle school, they need to know. It could start with an injury. It could start with someone having a wisdom tooth removed, and unfortunately, the narcotics are prescribed way too often. And then the kids and adults, but young kids even, can get addicted to it early on, and then it eventually leads to harder stuff and, buying things off the streets, and when you can no longer get them from the doctor, and by then it's just too late. But just breaking the stigma and educating on signs and symptoms to look for, where to get treatment. That's a big, finding the correct treatment that suits the addict is really hard, trying to find a good fit. So I think just education on all that, and trying to let people know that the people that are addicted are good people. It's not your stereotypical, homeless person, or someone that's not been raised in a good family. It could be anyone. Anybody can become addicted to drugs. So just trying to get the word out, and trying to get involved with your police department, local police department, trying to get the drugs off the street, get the dealers in jail, get them arrested. So whatever we can do to get the word out and work with our community. It's a hard, long road to go because it is an epidemic. I'm trying every avenue to do all this.
So educating our youth and finding the right facilities and
Yes.
breaking the stigma of addiction is not a disease, and getting awareness out there that it is a disease that is worth fighting, and definitely a problem in our society. But thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.